Welcome to the 21st Century Man podcast. We're doing something a little different today. We're diving deep into a single chapter of a fantastic book, The 21st Century Man. Today's focus, Chapter 41, Why Work with a Personal Trainer? Our goal is to really unpack why having a personal trainer can be such a game changer for your fitness, no matter where you're starting from. We'll be pulling out the key insights and, practical advice to help you sidestep common pitfalls and get the absolute most out of your efforts.
Exactly. And this chapter, it's really a treasure trove of information. It draws on the expertise of personal trainer Johnny Jackson and also the medical perspective of Dr. Justin Brandeis, who's a urologist.
Oh, interesting. So a mix of practical and medical viewpoint.
Yeah, it gives us a really well-rounded view looking at both the practical application and the fundamental importance of this for your overall health.
And the chapter kicks off with a story that really grabbed me. It's about a structural engineer, Tom, who just retired.
Right, the cautionary tale.
Yeah. He was excited to finally have time for fitness, joined a gym, jumped right in. But get this, just a week later, he was facing surgery for a torn rotator cuff and then, a long road of physical therapy.
Wow. That's quick.
It's a powerful illustration, isn't it, of the risks of starting an exercise program without really knowing what you're doing.
It's a stark reminder. Enthusiasm is great, but it's just not a substitute for knowledge.
No.
And as this chapter really articulates well, there's this common idea out there.
That trainers are just for athletes.
Exactly. Just for the elite, pushing for peak performance. But the truth, as Johnny Jackson and Dr. Brandeis explain so well, is that ideally almost anyone can benefit from having a knowledgeable guide to design a fitness plan that's, tailored specifically to your needs and abilities.
And when you boil it down, the core benefits seem pretty profound. A lower chance of getting hurt and just better results, significantly better.
Simple, but crucial.
It sounds simple, yeah, but it really makes you wonder how many of us truly prioritize those two things when we start working out on our own.
Absolutely. And the chapter highlights something critical that many people overlook. How your body responds to exercise changes dramatically over time.
You mean like training at 20 versus 50 or 60?
Precisely. In your 20s, you recover faster. But as we age, things change. Recovery takes longer. Those physiological processes like protein synthesis, they slow down. Our muscle fibers aren't quite as efficient in repairing themselves. Plus, bones and joints naturally evolve. Their strength and flexibility change.
So that wisdom you picked up playing high school sports
might not be the best fit anymore. It might even be counterproductive depending on where you are now.
That's such a relevant point. We often rely on exercise habits we formed decades ago without thinking about how our bodies have changed. And the field of fitness itself, it's come so far, hasn't it?
Oh, massively. The chapter emphasizes how modern personal training is way more sophisticated now. It's evolved from, well, what some might have called glorified gym rats back in the day. To a profession really informed by clinical research and exercise physiology. The actual science of how our bodies adapt to physical activity. There are certified professionals now with a deep understanding of biomechanics, how the body responds to different training types.
So it's become much more scientific.
Definitely. And what's particularly insightful is how these advanced techniques, originally for pro athletes, have been adapted for the general population. And the best way, the easiest way to tap into this evidence-based knowledge
is with a trainer.
Without a doubt, working with a certified personal trainer. They act as that crucial link, translating the complex science into a practical, safe plan designed just for you.
The chapter then gives us a really compelling example, right, through Johnny Jackson's client, Rob.
Ah, yes, Rob's story. It really illustrates the points well.
So Johnny knew Rob from the gym. They're both regulars. Rob mentions he's having these persistent aches and pains, knees and back.
Common complaints.
And Johnny, being a knowledgeable trainer and, a concerned friend, offers him a free initial assessment just to see if he could spot anything.
And what he found is really revealing, isn't it?
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, Rob had developed some significant imbalances. His quads, the muscles on the front of the thighs were noticeably weaker than his hamstrings, the ones on the back.
Okay.
And also, when Rob did squats, his feet and knees tended to turn outward. It's called pronation.
Ah, right, pronation.
Yeah, and that kind of movement can put a lot of undue stress on the joints.
So Johnny saw these imbalances, the pronation. He recognized these could be big contributors to the pain.
Exactly. And potentially lead to more serious issues if Rob just kept doing the same thing. He suggested they work together to fix it, but Rob Initially,
He wasn't ready.
he decided to stick with his solo workouts. But then, not long after, he told Johnny that doctors were actually recommending knee and back surgery.
Wow, so it got serious.
Very. And this is such a pivotal moment. Johnny knew that strengthening the muscles around the knees and back could provide support, stability, maybe even help avoid surgery.
So Rob finally decided to give it a shot.
He did. He signed up for 10 sessions. They started with a much more in-depth assessment, took specific measurements, and developed a personalized program. And it was during this process that Rob realized, uh-oh, some of the exercises I thought were helping.
Are actually making things worse.
Precisely. Doing more harm than good.
It just highlights the importance of that personalized approach the chapter talks about. Everyone's different.
Totally. Genetics, body composition, fitness level, goals, injury history, even muscle memory. How your muscles remember past activities. It all varies hugely. What works wonders for one person might be useless or even harmful for someone else.
The chapter uses that analogy, right? Like a master tailor.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
A tailor takes precise measurements, customizes clothing to fit you perfectly. A good trainer does the same with a fitness plan, adapting it to your specific body, your goals, your journey.
And that tailored approach, it's key not just for maximizing potential, but also for setting realistic goals.
So important. Realistic goals. We all want results fast, but building a solid fitness foundation takes time. Months, sometimes years of consistent effort.
Right. It's not an overnight thing.
Not at all. A good trainer helps you consider your genetics, how much time you actually have, your current fitness level, and set goals that are challenging, yes, but achievable. This helps you avoid getting discouraged and stick with it long term. Not everyone's built to be a bodybuilder or run marathons, and a trainer gets that.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Nutrition. The chapter talks about Rob resisting changes there too initially.
Oh yeah, that's another common hurdle. Rob apparently told Johnny quite firmly, no way am I changing my diet. This is how I eat. End of story.
I think a lot of us can relate to that feeling. Diet feels so personal. Sometimes it's the hardest piece to change.
Definitely. But Johnny's approach was smart, patient. He didn't push it right away. Instead, he focused on getting Rob consistent with the workouts, especially adding cardio for heart health.
And then what happened?
Well, what's interesting is that once Rob started seeing some positive changes from the exercise, maybe losing a bit of weight, feeling more energy, he became more open.
So the exercise results motivated him.
Seems like it. He actually asked Johnny for guidance on what he should be eating. That initial positive reinforcement can be a powerful motivator.
So what was doing wrong with his diet before?
Turns out he was trying to lose weight by only eating 2 meals a day, kind of like intermittent fasting. But
It backfired.
in his case, yes. His body interpreted these long gaps without food as like a famine situation. So his metabolism actually slowed down to conserve energy, and ironically, it started storing more fat.
Wow. So less food meant more fat storage. That's counterintuitive.
It can be. It depends on the individual and the approach.
Sure.
But the principle is, if your body thinks it's starving, it holds on to resources. Johnny recommended shifting to smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day.
To keep the metabolism going.
Exactly. Signal to the body there's a steady supply of fuel. They also added protein shakes to conveniently boost his protein intake.
And the chapter mentions it takes time for these dietary shifts to stick, right? Like almost a month.
Yeah, studies suggest about that long for new habits to really take hold. And it reinforces that gradual, sustainable changes are way more effective for weight loss than crash diets.
Makes sense. What about protein powders specifically for weight loss? Any tips there?
The chapter suggests looking for ones low in calories and carbs, but still providing essential nutrients. Some formulations might also include ingredients to support fat burning, like high fiber or certain herbs that might slightly boost metabolic rate during exercise. And importantly, it reminds you to consider potential sensitivities like lactose or casein intolerance. Hypoallergenic options are out there too.
Okay, so back to Rob. After about 4 weeks of workouts, Johnny gave him a meal plan. What were the results?
The results were genuinely transformative. Not just physically, but psychologically too. Over the next year, Rob lost 28 pounds of fat.
28 pounds.
Yeah. And gained 18 pounds of lean muscle. His body fat dropped from 33% down to 18%. And get this, no more high blood pressure. And he stopped needing cholesterol medication.
That's incredible. That really shows the power of combining exercise with the right nutrition.
It really underscores that powerful link between diet and performance. It's a whole field: genetics, body composition, lifestyle. A trainer can be invaluable in helping you figure out your nutritional goals and giving you the support to optimize your eating.
The chapter also hits on a really common struggle: consistency.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The nighttime intentions versus the morning reality.
Exactly. You plan to eat well, hit the gym, then the alarm goes off, you hit snooze, grab a pastry on the way to work.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
And this is where that accountability piece with a trainer really shines, as the chapter emphasizes when you've actually paid for and scheduled those sessions.
You're much more likely to show up.
Much more likely. That commitment, that appointment, it's a powerful motivator. It makes it harder to just skip it.
Okay, let's talk supplements. The chapter acknowledges that, yeah, muscle loss happens as we age, sarcopenia.
Right. And while exercise breaks down muscle tissue, the rebuilding process tends to get less efficient over time.
And this is but the chapter also makes it clear you can still build muscle at any age. Look at Rob in his 70s.
Absolutely. With the right nutrition and the right training program, it's definitely possible. And this is where certain supplements can offer valuable support. They might help your body burn fat for energy instead of muscle during workouts. Rob's progress was partly attributed to using the right supplements strategically.
So what specific supplements does the chapter mention?
It talks about amino acids, the building blocks of protein, often found in creatine formulas. They help rebuild muscle, reduce soreness, though it adds a caution about creatine for older folks, potential kidney concerns, so something to discuss with the doctor.
Good point. What else?
Protein powder, obviously, for getting enough protein easily, helps with muscle repair, soreness. Glutamine, another amino acid in protein, specifically good for soreness and recovery, which becomes more crucial as we age.
Okay. Protein, glutamine, amino acids.
A good multivitamin is mentioned as a solid foundation when paired with enough amino acids. And also milk thistle, an herbal supplement, for potentially supporting liver function, which helps metabolize nutrients.
So for older men, the key takeaways on supplements seem to be amino acids with caution, glutamine, and a multi.
That seems to be the core recommendation highlighted. And interestingly, it mentions younger clients and even an 81-year-old woman benefiting from amino acids too, so it's not just age-specific.
That brings us to inspiration. The chapter notes it's hard to train without a purpose, right?
Yeah, having a goal makes a huge difference. Whether it's a race, a competition, a reunion, something specific to aim for, it provides focus and drive. And breaking that big goal into smaller incremental steps keeps you motivated along the way.
And tied into motivation is forming good habits. That's another big role for a trainer.
A huge role. A trainer guides you in developing sustainable habits, nutritional, athletic, motivational. Let's be honest. Left to our own devices, most of us struggle to form and stick with these good habits consistently.
Especially with challenges like business travel throwing you off.
Oh yeah, fancy dinners, sugary drinks. It's easy to slip. A trainer can help there too. Find gyms, design hotel room workouts, advise on healthier food choices on the road.
The chapter also suggests a cost-effective way to work with a trainer, doesn't it? Like periodic check-ins.
Yes, that's a really smart approach. You don't necessarily need weekly sessions forever. Get an initial assessment, get a program designed, follow it yourself for a few months, then check back in for reassessment, track progress, adjust the plan.
So you get the expert guidance without the constant cost. And those assessments are key.
Crucial. Because without measuring, how do you really know if what you're doing is working? Just showing up isn't enough.
What about the mental side? The chapter touches on mental balance, too.
It does. And the link between exercise and improved psychological well-being, less depression, less anxiety is really well established. A trainer can help identify exercises that specifically boost your mental state, whether it's cardio, strength training, or something else.
And variety, avoiding boredom and overuse injuries.
Absolutely. Most people, let's face it, know maybe a few exercises per muscle group. That gets boring fast.
Guilty as charged.
And it can lead to overuse injuries from stressing the same areas repeatedly. A trainer has a whole arsenal of exercises, keeps things fresh, prevents injury, strengthens muscles from different angles. Plus, they understand rest. When muscles actually rebuild, they build that crucial rest into your schedule.
Finally, external motivation. Even pro athletes need coaches.
Right. Even the most self-motivated people benefit from that external push, that encouragement. A trainer is both your coach, providing the how-to, and your cheerleader, reminding you of what you can achieve, pushing you just that little bit further.
So let's try to sum up the key takeaways from this chapter.
Okay. First, establishing lifelong habits. Trainers help you reevaluate health, make fitness a priority, create routines suited to you, setting small, achievable goals.
Second, avoiding injury. Proper form, correct technique, crucial, especially with weights or new equipment.
Third, losing fat, gaining muscle. They help balance cardio and strength training effectively for body composition changes.
Fourth, breaking plateaus. When progress stalls, they know new techniques to get you moving forward again.
And fifth, seeing better results sooner. They make sure your workout time is actually effective, which is huge if you're short on time.
This deep dive into Chapter 41 of The 21st Century Man really drives home the incredible value a personal trainer can bring. It's multifaceted.
It really is.
And the book itself, The 21st Century Man, goes into even more detail, offers even more compelling insights on this and so many other health topics. We absolutely encourage you to read the full chapter and really the whole book. It's packed with useful information.
Absolutely. This chapter alone gives so much practical, actionable advice. It really reinforces that investing in professional guidance for your health and fitness is one of the smartest things you can do for your long-term well-being.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive into Chapter 41. Really fascinating stuff. Join us next time on the 21st Century Man podcast as we delve into Chapter 42, M-Sculpt, high-tech muscle building.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Cutting-edge tech.
Yeah, should be a good one. We're looking forward to exploring that with you.